Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our pre-festival concert. So this is the first concert in the new semester. Just want to take a brief moment to remind you that this is going to be recorded. So please, if you have a cell phone, pager, or electronic device, please make sure that it's off or turned to silent so it doesn't disrespect the performers. I want to give you a brief, very brief, in your program. Very back page is all of our stuff on concert etiquette. But if you've never been to one of our concerts before, we ask that you respect the students that are up on stage by one, staying for the duration of the concert. This evening's performance is not going to be too long, so make every effort to stay for the entire performance. Secondly, if you have a young child who gets uncomfortable, you can step into the lobby and still hear the performance that's going on stage. And finally, please refrain from calling individual student names. Rather, applaud them appropriately when it's appropriate to applaud and give them some flowers after the concert is over. So this evening's performance, the pre-festival concert, is actually kind of a practice for us. We have District Choral Festival, which is coming up March 12th and 13th. And parents of choir students, you're going to be hearing more about that. District Choral Festival is where choirs from around our district and around the southeastern Michigan portion all come together and perform in front of live adjudicators who then give us some feedback for how we are doing and some ideas of how we can continue our education and get even better. So this evening's performance, we're actually featuring a clinician. I won't embarrass him too much, but if you happen to look right there, his name is Dr. Stuart Scott. He is going to be listening in this evening, and his full bio is in your program as well. He's going to be listening in on this evening's production, and then he will be coming in and working with the students in class on Friday, kind of talking about how we can improve when we go to festival and get even better. So you're here for kind of a sneak peek for what's to come. At this moment, I'd like to welcome Mixed Chorus to the stage. Mixed Chorus is comprised of students who have, you'll see, well, a variety of students. It's kind of just anybody who's interested in being in choir, who loves music, who wants to make art. There are students on stage that have been in choir before. There are some students on stage that are in other groups that will be performing this evening. There are some students who've been with us for the entire year so far, and then there's a couple of students on stage who have only been with us since the semester turnover, which was the end of January. So they've only had a couple of weeks and about 50 million snow days to work with us, which I was a little freaked out last night. I've got to be honest. When we started getting snow, I'm like, please, for the love of all that is holy, we don't need any more snow days. So Mixed Chorus meets every day during fifth hour. They're a beginning ensemble, non-auditioned. And from here, the students will be possibly auditioning to move up into the one of the auditioned or director approval choirs. So we have two pieces for you this evening. The first is Roses I Send to You from Songs of a Prospector. And the second is a little bit more old and more traditional choral called Oh Sing Out Forever by Henry Purcell. the next group I'm going to invite to the stage is Women's Ensemble. You'll see some students over here because they're also members of Women's Ensemble. Women's Ensemble, this is actually the first year back for Women's Ensemble. It used to be part of the normal class period day, and we just reintroduced it this year. It's comprised of juniors and seniors, first-time choir students. It's also comprised of students who have been in other choirs in the past, director approval, and also auditioned. So it's kind of a mix of young ladies who are either first starting or continuing their education in vocal music. The two pieces that you're going to notice, the two pieces for each group are very contrasting. The first of the two is going to be more legato, if you know what that means. It's long and sustained. And then the second piece is going to be a little bit more peppy. That's part of being part of the MSVMA District Choral Festival that we are required to do, two contrasting pieces. So the ladies are going to be singing one piece in English, a lullaby called Sleep My Pretty One by Greg Gilpin, and the second piece will actually be sung in French called La Violette. So if you can't understand it, that means you don't speak French. group I'd like to invite to the stage is concert choir. You'll also notice a couple of students kind of going over that way, which means at least one student has me for at least 3 hours of the day. I don't know how we're putting up with each other. So concert choir is comprised of students who have been in the choir program before, are either auditioned or have worked with me personally and done a director approval. The class is mostly juniors and seniors this year, though there have been sophomores in the past in concert choir. Please be asking your student when District Choral Festival is. We'll have those dates. I have the tentative dates, but they don't give out the actual dates until probably next week or something. We will be looking for chaperones to come with us. Shameless plug on stage. So if you would like to accompany us to District Choral Festival, March 12th or 13th, depending on when your student is going, please feel free to contact me. It's an absolute hilariously fun day. You get to spend time with the students. You get to see choirs from around the District 16, St. Clair County, Macomb County, I think a couple of parts of Macomb County, a little bit of Oakland County. So you get to see all of the different choir programs kind of performing together. The first piece that the kids are going to be performing, Erev Shoshanim, is actually in Hebrew, so unless you speak Hebrew, you might not understand them. However, hopefully you'll understand the message of love just through the beauty of the piece. And the second piece we're going to be singing is Poor Man Lazarus by Jester Hairston, which is kind of a classic African-American spiritual. night.